Good afternoon again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We'll get to the JRC here in a moment. First, the disclaimers and the trigger warnings. If you're unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, pertinent links are going to be right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by Neuroclastic, a small non-for-profit started by autistics for autistics. In it, they interviewed over 800 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so-called behavior modification program. I do think it's for that reason that the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center actually threatened Neuroclastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. Well, Neuroclastic very obviously didn't, so please read it and share it on all your social media. As always, we have Autistic Hoya's massive archive on all things JRC, and we also got linked in there the GoFundMe we set up on the behalf of Neuroclastic, in case the JRC ever does see through with their threat. Because unlike them, we do not have steady streams of unlimited cash that we have access to. If you could give, we would appreciate it. If not, please share it either way. I know Neuroclastic would definitely appreciate it. Trigger warnings. When we discuss places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center or Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips or surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please go ahead and utilize the headphones. This channel is also marked not for kids for a reason. We do use profanity and speak on dark subjects. If your child's 16 and younger and they are watching this, very obviously, parental supervision is very much advised. Alright, now, where we left off. Alright, while the state has an interest in the safeguarding the public health, the task of determining which available treatment methods can best be used for a particular patient has traditionally been left to the individualized treatment by medical professionals, who can tailor the remedy to the symptoms of the patients and whose competence is regulated by state authorities, not the FDA. Except JRC. In the cases where that treatment has proven to not be treatment at all, but as a matter of fact, is extremely dangerous and could be a detriment to the child's overall physical and psychological health. States and federal governments can also intervene in cases where the treatment and the risks involved with that treatment have an abnormal risk of going horrifically wrong. The GED has such a history. We have all the documentation from certified, licensed emergency room doctors to back us up on that past. We're talking second, third degree burns, loss of feeling, the fact that you managed to put one of your students into a 2-month catatonic coma by the sheer amount of electricity you forced through their teenage body over a 7-hour period. It's like with the Christian Science trials. Federal and state government can and do intervene all the time when the decisions being made in regards to a minor's health care or mental health care is to the detriment of said child. Like in regards to this particular device. But it has a long, storied, well-documented history of causing a horrific amount of harm on the individuals that are forced to wear it, then it doesn't matter at that point whether the parents originally consented or not. It doesn't matter whether you're handpicked, employed doctors whose checks the JRC signs says. You get what I'm saying, right? If the treatment proposed is considered way too risky and way too dangerous, but the healthcare professionals pushing it and the parents consenting to it are not willing to make the same logical decision in regards to not forcing this device on them, and it's going to harm the child, then the state and the federal government have every right then to step in to protect the well-being of the child when it is proven that their parents and their medical professionals will not. Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth here, JRC? Just like those Christian Science parents, the government can step in to protect the child when the health care that is being provided or not provided is going to cause harm to the child. Okay? Did nobody ever tell you all there's an exception to every rule? Look up those Christian Science court cases sometime. As far as state authorities, you have the Massachusetts state courts over a barrel with that 1987 consent decree and all your little freaking acolytes whose political war chests you line will never side on the behalf of the child. They'll just keep taking your money. Yes, we're aware of this. Our first idea was not to go directly to the UN or the FDA. Our hands were forced. Okay? We did it the same way. And every single one of us that participated in that came away with an absolutely rude awakening at just how corrupt and self-involved people can be, that they will refuse to step in and protect children from those who have documentation of harming kids. And they continue to allow it to go on. I didn't get this damn jaded about politics and courts by myself, folks. Just saying. Let's go ahead and finish it out, shall we? The principle that the FDA is not to interfere with the practice of medicine has been ingrained in practice and policy by the Congress and the FDA itself since the enactment of the FDCA. This history is well developed in the JRC comments, which are incorporated by reference. While you continue to ignore that little fact, little smidgen fact, what has brought us all back here today in the year of our Lord 2025 is the fact that Congress has given the FDA full authority to do exactly what they're doing. Again, the authority that they have had given to them by Congress in 2023 has given them full right to just ban the device completely with no further word about it. They have opened up comments and opened up the panel again for the sake of transparency. You making the same arguments as though Congress did not give them that authority, the fact that you are just ignoring it. These are the reasons why I have crazy papers now, folks. These are the reasons I have crazy papers. I'm going to go ahead and close on that, folks. We don't get very many views on this channel, and the few we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. So if you could please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and please don't forget to utilize the comments. I definitely do appreciate your time, and as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea absolutely do hope you have a good one. I will see you all a little bit later. Bye-bye, everyone.